Shift focus now and move into perhaps what you are agitating, because if you're on WhatsApp, if you are on Twitter, if you are on Instagram, and on your any of the social media platform, this part is very important to you, because if there is any form of hate speech, wherever it may be coming from, there was an initial proposition that such a person, if he makes any statement that warrant the death or causes the death of someone, the person should die. But they are thinking about the amending of that clause. So tonight, let's get to talking with Alhaji Yabagi Sani. He's a former presidential candidate and the national chairman of the ADP. Thank you so much, Alhaji Yabagi Sani, for talking to us on the program tonight. If you ask those who have been involved or who have directly been impacted or their lives have been impacted by the issues of hate speech in this country, some people who have probably lost their family, a family member or a friend via social media because of what has happened or been bullied, they will say maybe this is a very good move. But what are your thoughts as a leading opposition voice?
Well, I think this is a blatant violation of one of the foundation. I mean, the foundation of democracy itself, because democracy is about free speech, rule of law, and when you now come as legislative body that were elected under a democratic setting, now trying to muffle the voices of the masses, I think it takes one, really, it's an affront, as far as I'm concerned, to the sensibilities of Nigerians. And it's even shocking that somebody will contemplate a death, as penalty for mere free speech, which is guaranteed by the Constitution. The Constitution of this country, Section 39 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, guarantees free speech, for Nigerians. So I don't know where the senator is coming from, and but my joy is that I think I had the government of that is the presidency coming to say that they disown, the bill that has been proposed at National Assembly, because they should understand that this president is on his last lap, and I think he's concerned about legacy that he's going to leave behind, after he has left the scene. So maybe they were under the impression that Mr. President could be lured into the issue of third term. And he has come out, forcefully to say that he is not contemplating anything like that. Otherwise, why should somebody talk about muffling Nigerians? Why talk about threatening the opposition? Because this is like a threat. When you know that the National Assembly is made up of, the majority is APC, and the proponent of this bill, the sponsor of this bill, is also a member of APC, then what else would be the reason behind it? When they themselves came on the platform of what you can term as hate speech, because
Alhaji Yabagi Sani, let me apologies to Botin. Let me ask you, in a scenario where everyone agreed that fake news is a deadly phenomenon, we saw what happened in the United States, we saw what happened in 2015 election, we saw what happened in 2019 election and the post-2019 election, and how far fake news could go, and in fact hate speech, in a very tense nation as ours, largely divided by religion and ethnicity, and a situation that we want to be at one, and the fact that all of this effect of fake news and hate speech, what would you propose to be the best way to handle this kind of excesses within the social, on the new media platform, or across the country?
Yeah, I agree that media is an instrument with authority without responsibility. And when you now have media in the hands of every dictator and Harry by way of by way of the social media, of course, it should be a source of concern for the government. I understand that they should be concerned about how the social media is used. But the point I'm making is that for you to now prescribe even to contemplate, death as penalty is what I think is wrong. So nobody says you shouldn't regulate, you shouldn't leave the scene. I know, we understand that people are taking advantage of the social media to do all sorts of things, to innocent, people. And of course, government should stand. But we have enough laws. We have enough as it is today. If somebody abuse you, your rights, or malign you, or try to say things against you that is not true, you can take the person to court, and you also have the cybercrime, the law, which is also, I think, one of the reliefs that one can get, when you are in any case violated by somebody, and I understand we have a lot of tension in terms of sentiments that we have, like religion, ethnicity, and things like that. Yes, government is right to contemplate how to regulate it, but it must be done within the context of modern ways of governance, not to threaten people, not particularly under democracy. You don't come up with things like this, because some of us who are in the opposition will take it as you are trying to threaten us and muffle everybody, so that you now have autocracy. And I think I'm not sure this president is contemplating anything like that.
Alhaji Yabagi-Sani, a lot of people will also take instance in the United States, where the Congress in the United States called the founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, to the Congress and asked him questions as how Facebook is directly impacting on the lives of an average American, and he was answering questions to that. A lot of people will also say, why not go after the providers of some of these platforms and how to check these excesses other than the way and manner it's being done? Are you asking, as an opposition voice, for the total killing of these bills, or you're asking that there should be tinkering about the clauses in this bill? What are you asking for as a final word on the program tonight?
My final word is that we should expunge all draconian aspects of this law. I'm not saying that government should not look at how to regulate the social media, because it has to be regulated. There's no responsible government that will just allow this potent, tool to be in the hands of people, and then visiting havoc on innocent citizens without doing anything. But the issue is that we, in the opposition, we believe that the democracy is about free speech. That's what we're talking about. That we shouldn't do anything that will affect our ability to talk to power, to criticize the government constructively, and to be able to serve the purpose of democracy, which is to allow citizens to have a say in whatever the government is doing. That's what we are saying. And nobody says they should just sit back and allow people to be tormented by people that have other agenda, in terms of using the social media. We welcome the idea, but again, the electoral bill is there. I mean, the electoral bill is there, which is very important, which is also another thing that will guarantee the issue of not having hate speech, in the polity, because if you don't regulate the way elections are conducted in a manner that people will believe in the outcome of the elections, you are calling for hate speech.
Yeah. We need to leave it at that. I must sincerely thank you for your thoughts tonight on the program. Alhaji Yabagi-Sani, presidential candidate of the ADP at the 2019 presidential election, and also the national chairman of the ADP. Thank you so much for your thoughts tonight on the program. But that's our show tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Okimale. Bye for now.